He realized that Amanda made him worry about what she felt, something that had never come so naturally for him with any other woman. Right now, Edmund felt the need to talk to her and find out how she was, and so he headed off to her bedroom and knocked softly on her door. "You okay in there?" he said, taking a peek into her room to find her nose deep in her book, Pride and Prejudice. "Sure, Edmund. Come in," she said, smiling as she patted a spot next to her on the bed. "What's up?" "Honestly, I'm not really sure, Amanda." "Okay, that is a new one for me." Edmund Fairchild at a loss of words. "That is very true. It has never happened to me before." He laughed. "Okay, spill it. What is bothering you, huh?" "The thing is that I'm still wondering why you did that to me in the kitchen," he said, settling onto the bed next to her. "You didn't like it? I've never before, but I assumed that you loved it," Amanda said, blushing deeply. Edmund took her palms into his and squeezed them. "It was the most phenomenal experience of my life. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay." "Okay," she said, pride reflecting in her eyes, the gleam in her pupils priceless. "I loved it, Eddie. You you want to tell me that you actually—" "Yes. I was a little scared at first, and I didn't even think that I would come too." "Thank you, Amanda. I wish you knew how much it meant to me." "I hoped that you loved it," Amanda laughed, throwing her head back. "Are your bags ready? We leave in the morning?" "Yeah, I'm all set." Amanda pointed at her bags by the door. "By the way, mind if I ask you a question?" "Anything, my dear." "The tattoo initials that you have, what do they mean?" "The ones in front," she said as he put his hand on the tattoo. "These were Tristan's initials, sort of an honor to him." "What of the tat on your back?" "The constellation of a phoenix. After suffering from mourning my brother, I had to rise again, and I pictured a phoenix rising from the dead. They are beautiful. I didn't notice any on your body." "I've not yet found anything that is worthy of such a permanent spot on my body yet." "Maybe you will one day." "Another thing, there is something that I found and I meant to give it to you," she said, getting up and walking to her nightstand to come back with something that was wrapped nicely and finished with a ribbon. He looked at her with hesitation as she handed it to him. "Here, open it." Eddie tore the wrapping off to reveal a silver frame, and inside the frame a photo of him and Tristan when they were still very young. He remembered the photo, which had been worn but now looked restored, just like it had just been taken. It was by far the most special gift that she had given him, knowing just how attached he had been to Tristan. "Do you like it? I copied the photo and then put it in this frame, which I found hanging around. Maybe you could display it in the house?" she said carefully, and he could tell that she worried what his reaction would be. Without hesitation, Edmund threw his hands around Amanda and hugged her warmly, feeling her warmth through their clothes. Unable to hold them back, he let his tears flow out freely as he began crying, overtaken by emotions. "Baby, I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you," she said softly, and when he pulled back, he noted how worried she looked. "This, Amanda, is the sweetest thing that anyone has ever done for me, and I don't know how to thank you," he said, noting her brightening up. "You don't have to thank me, Eddie," she said kindly. "Come on, sit down," he said, patting the bed. "There is something I want to tell you." "You can tell me anything." Edmund breathed in deeply. "During Tristan's funeral, I never shed a tear. I could not even bring myself to do it in private, and the reason was because I did not want to show my dad that I am weak.